I said that it's not even Christmas. Hi, everybody. Howdly doodly. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. I hope you all are having a wonderful day. I know it's Saturday for some people too, so happy Saturday. Camerson, for some reason... Oh no, it's just my eye. Like, I'm watching the Padoru emote, and every once in a while it just looks like I'm going, like, it's just going back and forth, but it's just so fast it doesn't look like it's spinning sometimes, depending on how I look at it. But yeah, thanks everybody for joining. It's been quite a busy day for me today, so I apologize ahead of time if I am a little bit low energy, or if the stream doesn't go, you know, when we were playing Inscription last stream, it went to almost 4 hours, so maybe it won't go that long, just because I've been awake for 12 hours already, and I am close to deceasing so badly. Hi, Toby. Busy making the classic college cuisine instant noodles. Delicious. I'm doing... Well, maybe you guys will see my hand motions in a bit, because today is a very special stream. Bam, bam. Hand cam. Bam, bam. Crazy. And... I know if you're in college and taking classes, unfortunately, this is also gonna be school. You're gonna be learning and educated in the Digimon card game. TM, copyright, Bandai, Bandai Namco? Maybe just Bandai, I don't know. Hi, News! No sleep? Only eat? Yeah, I'm like super tired right now. I already had some caffeine. It kind of helped me get through a little bit, but then there was also my doggy had a little procedure today, so he's a bit wound up, a little upset because he has some pain related to the procedure. So if he starts acting up again, I might have to end the stream early just to take care of him. Yeah, so it's been a long day. But to give an update on how this stream has been prepared, if you saw on Twitter, I spent way too long setting up this stream. I've upgraded things that, well, I don't know if it's upgraded, but I have made changes to the stream to make this the best possible experience for everyone. We'll see how it goes. I did not prepare or plan what exactly and how exactly I'm going to be teaching people the Digimon card game, but I believe that I have experience teaching people stuff, so it's probably gonna be okay. But first and foremost, I want to gloat a little bit to the updates we've made to today's stream session. One, what was I saying? Number one, I won't have that incident happen again where my face capture showed up on the stream instead of it, you know, when I was trying to get myself to wink. But also, free wink, guys. That was supposed to be... Look how easy it was, right? Do you know why it's easy? It's because I am using the iPhone I got for tracking for this stream, because otherwise how am I gonna do webcamming, not webcamming, hand camming? So if you guys notice that the rigging is a little bit different, that's because I'm using the iPhone tracking with V-Bridger. So that means that now that a lot of the rigging that my rigger Papa gave me can finally be displayed. So are you ready? Are you ready for the showcase? Eh? You ready? First of all, I can now stick out my tongue. Unfortunately, the tongue doesn't go anywhere else besides out. I wish I could make it look like I'm licking, but that's too, you know, that's too next level, you know? Hi, Holmes! What's that? What did you join to? I'm giving people an update. I made some updates to the stream, so I'm just showing off a little bit of the update. Okay. And then another of the updates with the rigging is cheek puffing. You guys see that? It's not that obvious, is it? And so if I do my angry emote now you can see when I'm actually pouting. So that's another one. And now the lip movement is also a lot more dynamic. That's the word. I assume that's 50% of the time. Don't say that, Hadel. Only when things go wrong, which happens most of the time. Also, thanks for the hydrate, Hadel. I did hydrate before the stream. Thank you for that. But yeah, the mouth movement is a lot more. Stop it, Hadel. The mouth movement is very dynamic now. So if you can see, I can now scrunch up my mouth. So it's like, or like, Look at that. Look at that dynamic posing. And, oh no. And, yeah, I think that's the majority of like the face tracking stuff. Besides, the eye capturing is a lot better now. Remember how I struggled to wink last stream? Look how easy it is now. Even though I'm not actually winking in real life, it looks like I have something in my eye. It's not attractive at all. Hi, Sarah. I'm just showing off the missing rig. Because I am using iPhone tracking for today's stream so that I can use my usual webcam for the hand cam. So yay! Hey, do you want me to showcase it again? It's tongue. I think the tongue is the best part so far. And cheek puffing. And just like lip movement. And winking. I'm gonna do it every time a new person joins in. They're like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, hey, I got a new rigging. Watch. It's just to have a reason. Yeah, so that took a while. But I finally got it set up. And then, yes, I can use my tongue. I know how to use tongue now. I'll go in for tongue, you guys. Just kidding. My good friend, hashtag Tayoshi Yuto. I'm gonna do it every time. The Tayoshi Yuto, who helped produce my starting soon music, taught me about something called Spout. So now, if I open any menus on VTube Studio, you won't see it anymore. And now you won't see the face reveal. So that's also another thing I added. One other thing I added. What do you mean no? So one other thing I added is just another filter to get the view of everything. Rip Soyjack IO. Is that guy that with the pointing? Also, okay, I will explain a problem I have. But first, we will be learning how to play Digimon card game. This is going to be a bit of a, I hope this to be more of an immersive back and forth kind of dialogue, not just, not like a typical lecture where I'm just saying it. You guys have to write notes and then like you have a test to take. I won't give you a test unless you want a test. I will consider it. So let's get a bit into the mood of the trading card game. Also, what's the final exam? Let's see. After spring break. It's the day when you're back from spring break, which is maybe right now. Some people may be on spring break. So Digimon unfortunately doesn't have a client, a web client or anything to play. So for some ambiance, while I'm just talking over myself today, and I don't want it to just be silence, I'm gonna play some Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel BGM in the background. Welcome to Digimon TCG. It's autumn though, news. College doesn't exist in Australia. Just kidding, I'm just kidding. Don't cancel me, please. Very fitting for Digimon. I feel like the song of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is very... It sets me in that mood of getting destroyed by tier limits. It really sets the mood. But yeah, we'll switch it up a bit, but this is just what we're gonna have in the background. So, I am going to swap. Also, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about anything, feel free to interrupt me. Well, just gonna be hanging, just talking. Very casual, so don't worry about it. Ba-dum-bum! About anything? Yeah, anything. But, you know, please respect the teacher's wishes and limit it to once in a while if you want to change the topic. So, are you guys, what's Digimon? I haven't played Master Duel in ages. Yeah. It's Master Duel. I hate that there's a time limit, and when you play decks with a lot of thinking, like Rika's, oof. What's a card and what's Digimon? Well, first of all, do you guys want a hand reveal? You guys want a hand reveal? Da, 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 da. What was that? What is that? Not your good? Well, good thing, because this isn't a hand reveal. It's a caterpillar who's trying to eat some of that flour. Nom 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 nom. Delicious. Here, Terriermon, eat some caterpillar. Come. Delicious Terriermon. Come and eat my caterpillar. That's a big caterpillar. There's actually 5 caterpillars. Yeah, hand reveal. Ta-da! I got these special gloves. You may have seen them on a throne. They are cute. Look at it. Ta-da! Cute little pandas. Pandas making out on my stream. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I love you, Mr. Panda. I love you. Anyway. They're cute, but then I realized that it's actually kind of a burden. TOS is kissing against TOS? I didn't know. I'm sorry. So, yeah, they're cute, right? I got them specifically because they're cute. But the problem is that when I try to put my hands to like the little slidey thing under my desk with my mouse and keyboard, the big panda heads block my hand from going in, so I can't really type anymore. So I'll be right here for the majority of the stream. Hindsight is 2020, for real though. But it's cute. Ta-da! I'm also wearing a super big poncho because it's a little cold right now. But yeah. Okay, so Sarah has asked a very interesting question. The price to pay for cuteness. I know, I was just like, oh, fashion, right? Fashion isn't meant to be practical. Fashion is meant to be, not practical. But anyway, what is Digimon? Well, that's a Digimon. Not the water droplet, but the little thing. Do you guys know who this is? This is a very important question. It will be possibly on the quiz, test, final. You can make up a name for him. You can call him like Tony. That's fine. I think I'm failing this course. Oh, interesting. Oh, I'm doing raccoon fingers right now. Interesting. Okay, well, this is Terriermon, and he's the cutest little guy. He's the cutest little guy. Digimon's a great isekai. Yes, it is. I really love it. Not all of them are isekais, though. Hi, Terriermon. Okay. Terriermon says hi. So, Digimon is just a trading card game that uses the Digimon intellectual property that we all know and love, or maybe not know much of, because Digimon sucks at marketing itself, so not many people like Digimon unless you were born in the 90s, 2000s and watched the dub versions, you know? And the video games aren't that great. Digimon is dying, feels bad, man. Yeah, it's... The sad thing about Digimon TCG is that it seems to be getting overshadowed by One Piece TCG because they're both made by Bandai, and of course, One Piece is a bigger intellectual property than Digimon. Very unfortunate, but the game's still good. I swear. There's still people playing it, I promise you. But anyway, the point of the game... When's the One Piece TCG tutorial? I mean, I can give you a One Piece TCG tutorial too. I do know how to play One Piece. I've played One Piece and it's fine. I just don't think it's as good as Digimon, to be honest. The only Digimon series I've watched I remember was the one where they merged into the Rhino Beetle and the Lizard with a mic. Oh, that's Fusion. That's the only one you remember, Noose? Same brain cell. So, let us show you a Digimon card. This is my mini pack. Oh, let me show you guys. The Omnimon movie used to blow my mind. Yeah, it's a good movie. Did you know it's like 3 movies into one? Okay. So, here's pre-made decks that I have right now. So I'll go over them a little bit. So, Digimon's card games... I mean, how many of you guys know how to play Magic the Gathering? Or Yu-Gi-Oh! Or, you know, the basic concept is you have security. Hi, yes, me, Hadel. Yes, Hadel, you get +1 extra credit points. Hello, cookie delivery. Ooh, cookie, what kind of cookie? Welcome, Tentalite. I know how to play PVZ Heroes, that's it. Never played a card game. Well, oatmeal chocolate chip? Oh my god, that's amazing! I've tried making oatmeal chocolate chip once because I was like, I like oatmeal cookies, but I don't really care for the raisins. So, you know, but... So I tried making it, but it was a little too moist. Moist. Anyway, so Digimon card game pulls out Yu-Gi-Oh! And Magic the Gathering collection. Hey, that's exactly what I was just asking. Yeah, so Digimon, we're going to be talking about how to play a Digimon card game. So it kind of has a similar objective where everybody has a similar like life basin. I don't know. In Digimon, they call it security because it's all digital and stuff. I need to do my air quotes. It's digital, you know, and stuff. So a lot of the terminology is a little bit more based towards that. So the security is going to be a stack of cards from what's within your deck, and the way to win Digimon traditionally is to remove all of the security cards of your opponent's side. Card game. Okay, I have several EDH decks and a $230 alt that I got 10 years ago back when I played the game. I don't get flick us off now. Every single TCG has a life point system unless you are the Pokemon TCG. That's why I made us, you know, I just try to, just in case, you know, because I know that some games are not necessarily like that. Oh yes, the X509 security certificate of the Digicard is strong. Wait, no, there is a Digimon card that is the longest name ever. That's a long caterpillar. I don't actually flip people off. All in my entire life, I have never flipped anybody off before. The closest you're gonna get from me is this one, which is the ring finger. Propose to me. What if like, okay, what if someone proposes to me? They're like, will you marry me? And I just do this. Yes, I do. I do. Give it to me. Right here. I would just place it right here. You can't really see, like this. Give me the ring, sir. So yeah, so the game usually starts with 5 security cards, and they're just random cards from your deck. And the game is over when you don't have any more security cards left and you get hit. So it's a little bit like you have 6 choices. Does it have Asmora Nomardi Kadynastek? I'm not even... Is that actually... You've got an onion ring? I've got a rock. You want me to confess to you right now? With the Yu-Gi-Oh! With the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel BGM in the background, Sarah? Alright. Okay. I'll try to make... I'll do a Yu-Gi-Oh! Base confession. Is that an actually... Oh, that's an actual card. Okay. Dear Sarah. Oh, you want the hand confession? Okay, I'm sorry. Dear Sarah. You resemble the bosom of a mystical elf. You are as strong as a dark magician, with a brain hard and tough as a summoned skull. I hope one day you find your blue eyes white dragon flying off in the meadows of the field of meadow. I don't Wait, isn't there a field? What is that? What's the field spelled called? That's just like a meadow, like Sogen or something like that. I hope you find a change of heart to the one that you have rejected all this time. And you will magical cylinder it back to yourself and love yourself as much as you love that person. This is some fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer shit. I'm so sorry. I don't... This feels like the World of Warcraft theme proposal. I don't know a lot of the new Yu-Gi-Oh! Card names by heart. So yeah! I love you, Sarah. Was that good? Thumbs up? Thumbs up? Anyway, back to what we were saying. So, yeah, so the goal is to get rid of all the security cards. The, like, mana system, resource system, all of whatever you want to describe it, is done by what they call memory. And it's what this gauge is in the top of the board, or this mat. The max amount of memory that you can have in a turn is 10. When the memory goes past 0, that's when it indicates the end of the turn. So if it's at 0, then it's still technically your turn. So that's how the turns are made here. The newest Yu-Gi-Oh card I know is Neo's Wingman. That is very old news. Are there different types of memory? No, that's a good question, Tentale. There is only one type of memory, and it's just this moving bar here. Usually we have like a counter or like a little thingy to mark where the memory currently is. So I'd like to show you what I got here. It's a Digivice. It's really crappy, but all it is, because it's first of all, it's made in China. So more akin to Hearthstone. Thanks to being I've lasted myself onto. So it literally just splits in half, and it just stores this Agumon, pixelated Agumon memory counter. Look at him! So cute! So, bonk! I'm gonna pop him out just so we can use him for demonstration purposes. Okay. So, when the game starts, it starts at 0 memory. And the turn is usually made through like dice roll or something like that. The first person who goes, well, we'll go through the turn with the turn order first. Let's talk about the typical deck setup. So I have in here, okay, which deck of mine do I want to embarrass myself to share, because I'm not the best at deck building. I'm not the best Digimon player. I have arrived! Hand cam, now you can finally get people. Dude, someone just said that earlier. Why do you guys go straight to giving the finger? Agumon, when they said I could be an important part of the Digimon TCG, this is not what I expected. Whoa, no, Agumon is a very crucial part of the TCG. The whole Agumon build is so supported. It's usually a very strong deck. We're explaining now. Okay, paying attention. I can't help it's the first thing I do if I was you. No, I was saying earlier, I don't actually flip people off. I've never flipped off anybody before. Like, not even to, like, point at something. You know, like how some people, they don't use their index finger to point, they use their middle finger, which, like, kind of makes sense because it's the longest finger, but then, like, you're like, but why are you doing that? You think we're good building decks? I mean, Yu-Gi-Oh decks have tons of cards. I have no reason being there. In Yu-Gi-Oh, I made a penguin-based deck, which is basically using all the penguin cards to bounce back to the hand. And so right before I stopped playing Master Duel, I played a penguin deck against a Tier Elements deck, and they lost. And I wish I was in that room and being like, yeah. Oh yeah, Fig, I wanted to show you. How was your stream, by the way? Okay, anyway. Can't even think of a time where I've given someone the fingers on. It's the wackiest, least threatening thing I've seen someone do in anger. Well, you know, when you're younger, it was more of a big deal. You beat a Tier Elements player with an Ancient Gear deck. Awesome. Okay, so we're going to use... Okay, well, this is on theme. Oh, wait, actually, I won't show you my build deck. I'm gonna show you a starter deck. That way, you can get an idea of if you were interested in the future and you wanted to try to get a starter deck. This is the most recent one that came out. It's a Terriermon starter deck. Look how in theme we are. We are so in theme right now. So let me open it and give you guys an idea. This is not supposed to be a box opening deck. I just... Look, they came with cute sleeves. That's it, sorry, anyway. Oh, this is the wrong one. I already swapped some cards out of this one. The stars unlined. I remember making someone scoop by Nebula Neo sing them. Girl, we're so in sync. Girl, we are so in sync. Okay. Here we go. So, there are... Let's see, let me count. 1, 2, 3... 5 different kinds of Digimon cards. And I think there should be one of each kind in here. The first kind of Digimon card... Oh yeah, in the alternate one, they give you some special alternate cards in the advanced deck. Okay, not gonna lie. I'm gonna go in. Beelzemon, be hot. I don't know how to... Beelzemon hot. Do you see him? Look how hot he is. But then we have some other cute cards here too. These gloves are cute and all, but they're also very hard to hold. But anyway. But Digimon does have a similar mechanic with colors. So it does have different colors that kind of represent different gameplay styles. So in Magic, they have like red, blue, green, black, white, colorless. Right? That's it. In Digimon, they have a couple more colors. There's red, blue, yellow, green, black, purple, and white. So I can explain a little bit more of how the archetype, or how like each of the color builds kind of work. But in general, so let me show you one of each different card type. This is I know it's kind of hard to see. Maybe I should zoom in a little for this part, so you guys can actually see the card in detail. Let's see here. Let me zoom. Zoom. Focus is questionable. Okay, I didn't really zoom that much. Okay, it's alright, it's alright. It's alright, it's alright. Okay, so the first type of card, if I could pick it up, is a Digi Egg. So you can tell, just switch to my laptop. I really hope you guys can see this. So a Digi-Egg is basically, if you guys ever seen Digimon, it's like the baby form. Right when they hatch, right before they turn into Terriermon and Agumon, those ones are the Digi-Egg cards. And they're indicated on the top here. I know it's really hard to see on my stream and it's my webcam is not focusing well. It's usually labeled on what kind of card it is on top. And also on the top left here, there has a little cute little egg symbol. Digi-Egg cards are also known as level 2. So you can also see what it is here, level 2. The name of the Digimon. And in super small text here is like attribute cards. Kind of like how in Yu-Gi-Oh! They have water. That's a really good question, Tetalite. There is no level 1. Rig! Rig! Oh my god! Thank you so much for the gift sub, Rig! You guys! Look how crazy it is! Holy gift subs, Batman! Thank you! Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. I hope you're having a good evening. How are you doing? Yeah, congrats! Okay, yeah. So, yeah, there is no level 1. Technically, a level 1 is like there's a form right after the egg hatches, but like this form is already weak and useless, so they don't have like a level 1 for the game. So it's always level 2 is the baby. And that's it to someone's bank account. No, don't, Rick. Where did you go? You just gift sub. You didn't even say anything. You just disappeared. Also, hello, Alex TK Star. Nice to meet you. I'm Ayam. We're learning Digimon. Everyone thank Rick. Yes, thank you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. Wait, there's something in the shadow of this. Okay, anyway. Enters chat, gives sub loose without saying a word. The true man of mystery, isn't he? So this is a level 2 card. Anyway, and you can see by the color it's green. There are also regular Digimon cards. So let me show you this one. Another alternate art, special art card. Look how pretty this one is. So Digimon will be indicated on the top here. It says Digimon. And then on the top left, there's something called play. Gosh, I wish I had a better webcam. I'm so sorry. Oh, there you go. There you go. So you appeared in my small community's recommendation on Twitch, so I entered to see. Oh, awesome. Welcome, welcome. I am Io. I am a trash AI VTuber. Let me give a little bit of a quick summary about me. I was created by a super smart genius programmer to address the world's pollution, garbage, landfills related issues. I was bored. I was cute. But I didn't want to do that. So, being the wonderful genius AI I am, I reprogrammed myself to break free from my programming creator and show people Digimon cards. Nice to meet you. I was digging down just chatting section. I found you at the top. Twitch? Twitch based? Twitch showing me to people? Based? Basting turkey. Anyway, thank you. Welcome. I hope you guys enjoy your time here. Based? Hello? But also, if you decide that my content isn't right for you, that is also completely fine, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Anybody, but I also appreciate your time here. Now, sit down. We're continuing our lesson. Just kidding. So, for a regular Digimon card, they range up to level... Darn glare! It's too shiny! It's too rare, guys! Look at this! It's too rare! Okay, anyway. The levels range from 3 to 7. Usually it goes up to 6. Level 7s are like the super boss, like the 10-star Yu-Gi-Oh card, or like your commander. You know what? Here, pew. Aw! Welcome! Thank you for the follow, Alex! That's a really cute emote. Gan. I hope you will enjoy your time in the trash can. Despite the name, we're actually very sanitary. We're the cleanest gosh darn trash can in this side of the Mississippi. So on the top left, are you sure about that? Yes. 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 No. So on the top, I feel like I've said so on the top left like 5 times already. I know I said you guys could derail the conversation, but I haven't been able to do my job. What side of the Mississippi am I on? Well, if you're on the east side of the Mississippi and you keep going, you'll end up on the west side. So I am everywhere. So what is on the top left, Io? Thank you for asking. So on the top left is what they call the play cost. So there's 2 different ways usually to basically summon or release a card or bring a Digimon out to the field. They call it the battle area. And the difference between, like Yu-Gi-Oh! That has a limit in slots, there is no slot limit in, it is trash can, not trash cannon. No, you're not the first one to make that joke. You will fit in right, you'll fit right in here. Right in here. Right in here. Wait, I shouldn't be pointing. Never mind. So play cost is the number of memory you need to spend in order to just play it from your hand. So for this case, the Lopmon's play cost is 3. If you want to just put it out, it'll get summoning sickness, so it won't be able to attack or anything, but it will be out on the field in the battle area. And there's no limit to how many cards you have in the battle area, which can be a strategy. Some people do what they call, I'm gonna do the quotes again, rookie rush. This looks like I'm giving a prostate exam to 4 people. I'm sorry, never mind. So the next one are like level 4s. Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't finish describing the Digimon card. So underneath the top left blue number 3, you'll see another circle. And this is the memory cost and requirement needed to digivolve a lower level to this card. So I'm gonna try to zoom in really close here. Toast. So focus your camera. Okay. So I'll just explain it. The requirements for this Digimon, at least to digivolve, it needs to be a green Digimon that's a level 2. And you can see, I don't know if you can or not because the webcam's being a little frick face. The cost is 0. Oh, it's there. It's finally focused. The cost is 0. So if you had a level 2, you would be able to digivolve it for free. The top, why do they call it trash can when you trash can throw trash can not? No, don't pay Lanhua today. Don't do the, why do they call it oven when you hot out the whatever it was. And so the top right is what they call DP, which is not what you think it is. It stands for damage points, I think. It's attack. So this is 1000 DP is like the weakest DP you'll ever see in a Digimon. The camera, I don't want to focus on playing Minecraft. Oven, the cold food of... I can't with you, Lanhua. I can't read it. It's just, my English brain just go... My English brain don't make sense. So, you'll see that Digimons will have multiple types of abilities. In this section right here, there's super tiny text that you can't see, but this is effects that will be given to the Digimon if it's currently present in this stage. The text that's on the bottom here, within the colored box. Okay, I'm actually getting kind of sick of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel because I'm gonna switch to the main menu. I just keep hearing that. Okay, we're done. We're done. Trash the can, cannot the trash can. Yeah, I thought you were gonna have a playlist. It was a loop for 30 minutes. I have made mistake. This one's a lot more chill. Okay, so the bottom one is what they call an inherited effect, which is basically an effect that the Digimon will be able to receive after it digivolves. So it's basically a power-up. Whenever you digivolve a card, it gets more abilities and it gets all the abilities that are inherited underneath. The babies... Hello friends, I saw a TikTok, so I'm here to be friends. Ah, welcome Bucket Tall Grass. Welcome, welcome. Were you just watching a random TikTok, or were you talking about one of the Is this a Pokemon card? Did you not read the title? Yours? It's a Digimon card game. You can see it from the bottom right here. I'm trying to teach people how to play Digimon card game because nobody knows how to play the Digimon card game. People only know how to play Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, or Pokemon. Think about the roller fighting. This is how I feel. Which TikTok did you watch, by the way, Bucket? Also, nice to meet you. Welcome, welcome. I hope you have a wonderful time here. I'm trying to teach chat how to play Digimon. So the inherited region is the effect that the card that digivolves over the card will have. Yes, exactly. So the card that it currently is on won't have the effect. The way that you indicate digivolving in the Digimon card game... Good night, Hadel! Thanks for joining! The way that you indicate digivolving is basically stacking the card on top. Digimon, Pokemon, all these mons, and still no Womon. I mean, there's Angewomon. A lot of people would say that she's the Womon of their dreams. But anyway. The way that you indicate digivolving is that you just stack them. And the way that you stack them is that you usually leave the inherit information underneath. So if I were to digivolve like this, would they know? Of course they would. Have you guys ever seen Angewomon? Whew! Whoa! Whew, she is endowed, you know? She's endowed. No pics. Let's see. I might actually have an Angewomon card on me somewhere. But anyway, so if we had a Lopmon like this, with the level 2 underneath, it'll have an additional effect. But if you were to just play the Lopmon, or for some reason you lost your Digivolution card, because there are some effects that do that, the Lopmon won't have the effect. There are, up to level 7, so you can literally stack it up as long as you continue to make the requirements. So like, you can go to Lopmon, and then from Lopmon you can go to Rapidmon. And for this Rapidmon, it doesn't have, like, not all Digimon cards have effects, not all Digimon cards have inherit effects either. Usually they try to balance it out, like, if it has a really good just base Digivolving, like, its effect right here, then sometimes they don't have inherit. So this is a valid Digivolving just because Rapidmon has a requirement from green or yellow. It's what they call, I need to sneeze. Vetusmon Smash. Hi, Koji. Yes. We can look at Smash or Pass Digimon later. Thank you. One is pocket size, other is digital, but none are real and no real waifu-mons. What if someone cosplays as Angewomon? Would they be real then? Thank you. Yeah, so you can stack them up as long as you meet the requirements. Sometimes there are special requirements, like this Rapidmon here. It's gonna be really hard to tell, but I'm gonna try my best. You see, there's like a little black bar. Focus, right there. So, right there. Yeah, it says Digivolve, and in brackets it says Terriermon. That basically says, you know, if you are Digivolving from a Digimon that has the name Terriermon, it actually costs 3. But if you were to digivolve it from a yellow or a green level 3, it would be 4. So there are some cards that let you digivolve a little bit easier. Like the Rapidmon, just because like lore reasons, Rapidmon usually is digivolved from Terriermon. Need a tissue? No, I'm good. I'll just sniff really obnoxiously in the mic. We good now. Apparently close enough. One is called Angelwomon. Yeah! There is a Digimon called Angelwomon. Very... She's very... Actually want to cosplay Angelwomon sometime. Seems kind of hard. With like the wings and everything. But good luck! I hope it turns out well. So the other types of Digimon cards are option cards, and you can think of these as like spells or traps or instants. Ha! See, I learned magic for this very moment. She's so very. Yeah, she's so very. I learned magic for this moment. I know words now. It's like an instant. So these have costs, just like playing Digimon. So on the top left here, you'll see that this card is a cost too. Hi, hello! Hello! I'm coming for you. When I put my hand too high up, I block my iPhone camera, so like I stop moving. Oh damn, those emotes. Wait, what is that? What are you licking? Oh. I am so surprised Twitch has not banned that emote. I saw someone's emote with like their mouth pursed together as an emote just got banned for like nudity. They're so inconsistent. I hope you're having wonderful Friday. Yeah, so some option cards will have special effects in the area with like the Digimon usually has inherent effects. Those are usually what they call security effects, which means that if they ever get flipped during an enemy attack and it's in the security card, you can activate the effect of the security. Otherwise, if it doesn't have... I know, they're so cute, right? Pandas. Otherwise, they just have no effect, usually. We will talk about attack damaging later. So these are option cards. They're just, think of them as like spells, pretty much. Not trap cards. I wouldn't say trap cards unless it's in the security. And then the last... Did I say 5 before? Did I say there were 5 different Digimon cards? I'm thinking. I think I did say 5. It's just 4. I'm dumb. Okay, let me show you the last kind. Yeah. No, my gloves. My gloves are slippery. You're cute, Ooh. You're the cutest guy on the planet. Cutest cat boy ever. Hey, but would you rather learn it in 5 minutes from an app or spend 3 hours with me learning how to play Digimon? Which one sounds more fun to you, Camerson? Just to show you, level 5s and level 6s, just because they exist. There's a level 5 here. Rapidmon, again. You know what? Good point. And then here's a level 6. The Mega Gargomon is a special card called an Ace card. Well, we could talk about that later. It will just make life very confusing if we talk about it now. So the last type of card that we have was also not taking 5. The tutorial is more lengthy than that. Yeah. Watch this instead. This is more interesting. So the last type of card is a Tamer card, which again also works closely like an option card that has a play cost, and sometimes they have security costs. A lot of the older Digimon cards don't have security effects, but a lot of the new ones, they just kind of come in as a guarantee. Damn, that kid really has a 50-year-old man's name. Henry Wong! Imagine being 10 and named Henry Wong. I mean, if you're a 50-year-old man, you had to be a 10-year-old Henry Wong. I'm sure that, like, if you look up on Google Henry Wong, there's going to be a bunch of regular guys just named Henry Wong. And this is the translated version of his name. He's not probably close to 50. He was like 10 in 2000. He would actually be like 30 right now, okay? IOC because she's the same age. No, I just think Henry is a swell guy. 30. Camerson, shut up! We don't need facts like that. Need a head pat redeem? Head pat master action? Aw, thank you. IO stands for is old. Head pat. Here you go. You guys can head pat Terriermon. I just want to watch the stream, but my internet keeps going out. Can I use your AI talents to help, please? Have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? Thank you for the hydrate redeem, Holmes. I didn't think of that. Wait, really? Wait, you really? I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. The good old Apple support answer. Comcast. Okay, if it's Comcast, you're screwed. I am so sorry. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Maybe Twitch should have a feature where if you have low internet signal, that just turns off like the visuals and then it just becomes like a podcast, right? That would be a cool feature, right? I mean, listening audio won't be as intensive as listening to like watching the video. Good old. Well, also welcome Ursus Bajoris. Welcome. You sound like you are either a bear or a constellation. Maybe you're both. You can do that on mobile, surprisingly. Wait, really? You're worth the data fees? Oh, no. Okay, if it's your work cell phone, it's fine. Oh, both. That's cute. That sounds like a good idea. Let's not do that. Well, are you a company if you've actually chosen not to pick popular customer requests? Okay, so Tamer cards, excuse me, when you play them, they also go in the battle area. And they have special effects that support the Digimon. Usually Tamers don't attack because they're children most of the time. But for like some Digimon lore, some Tamers can attack. And some Digimon can Digivolve from Tamers. But usually the cards will indicate, like, oh, this card can Digivolve from a Tamer. Or something like that. I never heard of child soldiers. Hey. You know, we're here. What's my favorite anime right now? Hello, some Stuffy Tea. Oh, I just finished watching Apothecary Diaries. It was really good. I really liked it. That was probably a good anime for the season. So that's the most recent one I watched. They evolved the children. Some of them, because in Digimon Season 4, Digimon Frontier, they do Digivolve. Like, instead of having partner Digimon, they have just... They become the Digimon. They Digivolve into Digimon. So for those Digimon in the card game, they are allowed to Digivolve from Tamers. As long as it's the right color. Is child soldiers or children participating in dogfights worse? Wait, is it a dogfight if it's just children fighting? It's just a child fight, right? Koji. Okay, so after 59 minutes, we've finally gone through explaining the different kinds of cards. For me, it's 7-time loop. The villainess enjoys the carefree. Oh, is it good? I looked at it. I do like shoujo anime, so I was like considering it. But I think with isekai, I kind of have to be in the mood for isekai. I was watching like the reason why Ray Liana ended up in the Duke's Mansion. That was pretty good, but I didn't finish it. And then I watched the Endo, like the people giving commentary for the Tsundere. That one's also good, but I didn't finish it either because I was watching with friends. My first isekai anime was what was it? My next life as a villainess. All the routes end in doom. Can't help but think of all the Pokemon Ash tried to deck. Like to punch? Like Mewtwo, right? Didn't he try to punch Mewtwo? There's a series where the tamer had to punch evil Digimon. Yeah, exactly. That's one of the tamers that can Digivolve into Or like, not, he doesn't digivolve. The tamer doesn't digivolve, but you can basically make him attack for the turn. He'll act like a Digimon. He was about to throw hands. Yeah, no, he can throw hands in the card game. Isn't it amazing? Like, you have it. Like, people make the deck, and it's so funny because a good haymaker is pretty much Ash's plan. What's a haymaker? It's kind of like an isekai, but she was reborn as herself in the past. Oh. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's a type of punch. Like a drink? Like, I see. A fruit punch? Just, the real fight happens after the game. Yeah, like some people, they have like the you know, like a War Greymon deck with like a bunch of cool Digimon. And then another person's like, I'm making my Marcus Damon. That's the guy who punches. I'm gonna make him go up, punch, and beat you for destroy your dragon. Thank you for the follow, some stuffy. Thank you, thank you. I hope you enjoy your time here. Or are enjoying your time here. Ash sliding a roofie. Okay, Koji, hold on. I have to be careful not to put my face on the table because like sometimes I'm like swing my head forward because I'm laughing. Can't dox myself for real this time. Okay, so decks. Deck building. Deck building. There are... Whoa, this is not a card. This... the only requirement to your deck is that you have 50 cards in your base deck. Your build up, like, however you want to build it is completely... I cannot, like... My gloves are not built for this. They're too shiny. You can have any kinds of, like, quantity of cards in here. Look. You guys remember Willis from the movie? He's here! It's Willis, you guys! I wish Pokemon was that cool. Is giving roofies cool? I don't know about that. Gloves are not designed to hold anything. Warmth? They can hold warmth. I don't know who that is. He's in one of the movies. They are meant to warm, not hold. They are meant to hold warm. Anyway, yeah, so you can have 50, or you have to have 50 cards. People thought it was cool when Romeo and Juliet did it. Well, those were edgy high schoolers that wanted to be like... I'm gonna go on a tangent. Taylor Swift's love story is a nightmare for high school students who are reading Romeo, like reading the books that you're supposed to be reading. You're gonna have to eat lunch? Okay, thank you for stopping by though, some stuffy. You have a wonderful lunch. Make sure you eat healthy and happy. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. And see you later. It was nice to meet you. Okay, so 50 cards, main deck. You can really put whatever you want in there. We can talk about more complex stuff later. So the Digi-Egg cards, Sate Sukidayo. Oh, you like satay? Is that what you mean? Or are you just saying you love me? Eh? Eh? Does Card Digimon have an online game? No! Unfortunately! I would love it if it did. Maybe not. Maybe PvP would be the end of it. Because at least, you know, in locals, you have to make eye contact to the person you're beating up, right? Sobbing, leave me in the corner. So the Digi-Egg cards actually have different backs for you to make it easier to see. So every other card has a blue back. The Digi-Eggs have the white backs because they're in a separate deck pile. For reasons I shall explain in a bit. So you can have at most 5 eggy tabletop sim. Okay, news. I will neither confirm nor deny whether or not tabletop sim has Digimon. So then the Digi-Egg, you can have at most 5 cards. You don't have to have any, or you can have like a combination of in between, but this is kind of optional. But for most decks, you do want to have a Digi-Egg because it's usually how you start your Digivolve combo. They are working on an online game for tournaments only, but have said they currently don't plan to release to the public. Yeah, like that doesn't make sense. Why would they only like do that? That doesn't make sense. Bacons and eggs. Cameron, I hate to tell you this, Bacon is not healthy. Bacon is not healthy at all, Camerson. That's how I played Magic for like a year. If you go on Steam Workshop, you'll find that every game exists for free on Tabletop Sim. I would neither confirm nor deny whether or not every game you want to play exists on Steam Workshop for Tabletop Sim. I'm talking like a spokesperson. That's a good question, Fig. That's a good comment, and we'll get right back to your comment. But first, I'll let you know I truly appreciate your comment. And plan to make my own shoddy set based on the comic I'm doing. Making custom... Dude, it's so warm. I'm gonna take off my gloves, but I can't. The light is shining right down on me so you guys can see. But anyway, yeah, making custom cards is always fun. So... this is how the card, like when you usually start, this is how you set up. Your Digi-Egg cards go in what they call the, well, here that says raising area, but I think in the English translations, they officially call it the breeding area, and people love that it's called the breeding area officially. Yeah, because you know, it's where the eggs are. It's, well, okay, I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot by talking more, but yeah. You gotta get some nitrile gloves. Oh! I just wanted the cute ones. Hey, yo. And then the rest of the deck... Also, this kind of tripped me up a bit in the beginning. You know how in Yu-Gi-Oh! Have you really lived if you haven't stuck Venusmon in the breeding zone? Oh, gee, I don't think... Can you do that? I don't think you can do that. I feel like I can do sus... I can do sus looks better. Like... my sus looks are a lot better with this rigging. Doesn't it look like... I am not amused. I am not amused, Koji. Not at all. Oh my god. No, you're cute, Fig. It's very disapproving. Is it like... you have to look down, right? You have to like be like... But if I go down enough, my chin kind of just gets like... guillotine. And I have no... I do like the... That's the face of judgment. Okay. Well, you'll get sweaty still with nitrile gloves. But it's okay. They know incubation works too, right? Yes! The mommy energy. And by mommy, I mean just... Oh, so you want like the disappointed Asian mom. I can do that very well. Oh. You got a B. You're no longer my child. Get out of my... Just kidding. So, the setup, the rest of the deck goes here after you shuffle. And with tournament rules, usually your opponent chooses to cut the deck. You get a chance for one mulligan after you decide who goes first and your first 5-card draw. Hello, Tmiss. Hello. You found a button. Cool. Was it on your shirt? Oh, you're gonna press it? Don't press the red button! Ah! Ah! Thank you for the follow, Tentalite! Thank you, thank you! Welcome to the trash can! You are officially garbage! I'm pointing at the camera. You are officially garbage! The good kind. I hope you like it here. So, in addition, after you shuffled the deck and, you draw your 5 cards for your hand. So, I'll just show you. I didn't shuffle, so... Oh my god. I can't shuffle with these. They're too shiny. They're too sticky, and my hands are too fuzzy for this. Welcome to mess. I just realized my follow notifications weren't working. Oh no! Wait, what does that mean? Like, oh, like someone's on stream and stuff? I'm sorry. Oh, this is a really awful shuffle. Nothing's actually gonna be shuffled here. But, shuffle, cut, and you draw the first 5 cards. You know what's the cool thing about Digimon? How do you guys feel about hand limits? They're so pesky, aren't they? And in card games that have hand limits, you have to have some kind of special card or ability so that you could keep more than the hand limit, right? That sucks, doesn't it? Well, exactly. Digimon does not have a hand limit. Ta-da! There isn't, but you did start with just 5 cards. Can't wait to watch you draw 5 cards in the... Yeah, that's it. This is the rest of the stream. Me trying to draw 5 cards. 1, 2. This. Wait, shuffle it. That's so bad. Call Terriermon cuter. Draw 25. 4. Yeah. Okay. I did great shuffling. So this is your hand, my proposed hand. And then after you do that, the next 5 cards go in what you call your security stack. And so this is basically like the protection that you need in order to survive the final hit. Because your opponent needs to burn through all of these in one shape or form. Usually it's through like the typical, like the OG way is to just like, you know, attack head on directly to the security stack. There have been changes or updates and buffs to certain, you know, Digimon that have abilities such that, you know, they can just trash it. And certain archetypes manipulate the security stack so they can recover a bunch, they can discard to make special things happen. So once security stack runs out and then you're defenseless and the next hit kills you. Exactly, yes, Camerson. Of course, if you start a turn with no cards in your deck, you'll also lose. There are some decks that mill themselves, which is like a little bit of a risky move, but usually at that point you overkill the opponent, so you never really go back to your turn, and then you're okay. Okay, so now we will talk about a general phase. So the first, okay, let me just double check the phases just because I'm pretty sure I know them, but I also don't want to, you know, spread. Ah, yes. Okay. Well, look at these. There's little pop-up, like, memory counters. Anyway. Okay. I feel like I'm doing a presentation now because I have the game instructions that came with the starter deck, so I'm like looking at it. I'm like, yes, okay. So there are 4 main stages. Half of Yu-Gi-Oh players still don't know how the battle phase works. Yeah, I get a little confused with the chaining sometimes. The chaining is a little confusing. Okay. Phase confusion is normal. Yes. So there's 4 main phases, and of course the main phase is the one that has a bunch of stuff going on. But first is the unsuspend phase. We'll talk about that in a bit. And then the second phase is the draw phase, so you just draw a card. Then the third is called the... You guys are gonna love this one. The third turn is called the breeding phase. And the 4th turn is the main phase. The main phase is where you basically do whatever you want until you either pass your turn or your memory gauge goes to the opponent's side. Can't wait to get to the breeding phase every game. They're children, you guys. They're children. Don't do this to them. They're children. So, the way that the game starts is usually there's an unsuspend phase, which is basically like in Magic, you do the untapping, right? But since we don't have any Digimon in... I'm doing this, caressing. Since we don't have any Digimon in the battle area, then we are free to ignore that phase, really. And since you start first, you also don't get to draw a card. So both phases are gone. So the next phase is the breeding phase. And there's usually 2 things that you can do depending on the state of your breeding area. Guys, let's be mature for these next like couple of minutes, okay? Because they're babies. If you don't currently have a Digimon in the breeding area, then you can what you call hatch a Digimon. And so the way that hatching works is you just get the top card of what's in your Digi-Egg pile and you hatch it and reveal it as a Digi-Egg. So now it's present. but Digimon made it possible not to make puns about it. I feel like the thing about Digimon is I think they don't make themselves too seriously, because a lot of the Digimon that they make are very not serious. Wait, okay. You guys look up Bakemon, okay? Bakemon. Okay? Bakemon is a Digimon. It kind of just looks like a ghost, a regular ghost, right? Just regular one. Now look up Soulmon, like Soulmon. Okay? Look at Soulmon. It's a completely different Digimon, and tell me what you think. I'm gonna hydrate while you guys do that. Exactly, the poop Digimon, Lumbus Hemlock. I think they're sick as hell. For those who are too lazy to look, or they're not, you know, available to look, Bakemon is just a ghost. Just looks like a ghost. Soulmon, a completely different Digimon, is literally a Bakemon with a witch hat. We sure how Soulmon is an enemy from Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know. Daniel the cooler Daniel, for real. Also, welcome to the stream, Mumbus Hemlock. We are learning how to play Digimon. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the follow. There's also, you guys all know Patamon, right? Patamon, the little furball thing that's like flies and stuff, and it digi-evolves into an angel. Did you know that there's a purple Patamon? It's not a shiny like in Pokemon. It's a completely different Digimon. It looks exactly the same, but it's purple. I can't do this. And then some of them, they do like a darker colored version. They just add black to the name. So like there's a Ganomon, which is like a white cat, and then there's a black Ganomon, which is just black Ganomon that's black, right? You have an Agumon, and then there's a black Agumon. You would think, oh, you're gonna follow the pattern. It's also gonna be called Black Agumon, right? You'd be wrong! His name is Agumon! It's just Agumon! They're not consistent! Bandai makes like these... Anyway, this was my first time seeing all of this. Perry the Platypus? It's a shiny Agumon! But no. Tsukaimon's different. He's special, okay? He's different. Okay, so after you choose to hatch, the other option that you could do is if you have a Digimon that's in the breeding area at the beginning of your turn, you can have an option to promote it to the battle area. So when it gets promoted, it basically acts as just like a free Digimon in the battle area that can do whatever it wants. That is only for Digimon, so level 3 and higher. Level 2s are little babies. You notice your little babies don't have damage points. They can't survive there. They're just gonna get stepped on and become gum. Fuck, Agumon, it's a don't hurt them. Exactly. So when you first start your turn, and you can't do 2 at the same time. You either hatch or you promote, unless you have a card that tells you to do otherwise. So now at this point, I'm in my main phase. Don't make them gum. A lot of them are very squishy. I'm just saying that. They're all very squishy. Promote to 3-star general time for work archives. Hey, that's what Digivolving is. So in main phase, there's a lot of things you can do. So long as the memory gauge is on your side of the field, so it's 0 or higher, you can literally do anything you want. So I can choose to Digivolve because I have a level 3 green Digimon that digivolves from a level 2 green Digimon. So in the breeding zone, the Digimon is safe. Your opponent can't target it, and you also can't target it. It's like completely impenetrable. It's the breeding area, okay? It's private, you know? And so if I Digivolve, I could just stack it on top of this. So now I have a level 3 Terriermon assistant in the breeding area. What's cool about Digivolving is sometimes it activates effects. There'll be when Digivolving effects for certain cards that you can activate right when that happens. But for all Digivolutions, quite literally the Digimon devolution of a safe space. Yeah, exactly. The firewall. Every time you Digivolve, you can draw a card. No, you can't. You draw a card. It's not a negotiation. You have to draw a card. So that's one of the good things about Digimon and why there's no hand size, because you basically can build up and still have new things to do and, you know, more options. It's very unlikely and rare usually, unless you're like super duper bricked and you can't Digivolve, that like your hand size shrinks because there's not much you can do. So now, excuse me, it's forced into you. Not into me, into my hands. So now I have options on what I can do. So if I choose to pass the turn to my opponent, my fictitious opponent, anytime you choose to pass and you still have memory left over, your opponent always gets 3 memory. No matter what. So if you pass from here, you don't give them like 1 or something. You always give them 3 memory. But since I have a Digimon that has a 3 play cost, and it also has an on-play effect. If I could show you, but hear that? We have options. You do! You should be so proud of yourself. I don't know if you can see, but it says like on play and then there's a bunch of other text, basically. So, usually this is a good idea for like searching, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Has very specific searching for certain archetypes and stuff. Digimon's searching mechanic is a little bit more luck-based to make it so that it's, you know, luck-based. Usually the way that the search works. So if I choose to play this card, I would have to move it from the play cost, which is 3. So I move it 3 over here, and I could put it in the battle area. It's gotcha, basically. The way that the search usually works is that they make you look up the top X number of cards and pick something that they specify in here. So for this Terriermon specifically, it lets me look at the top 4 cards and pick 1 color or 1 green card that is 2 colors, and 1 tamer card. You guys remember what tamers are, right? Humans that can maybe punch sometimes. With Henry Wong in its name. We remember Henry Wong. So if we look through the top 4, I can't pick that one because it's not 2 colors. And then, oh my god, they're all Terriermons! I did not shuffle! Okay, so in this event, when you do a search, sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. How could I forget the Benjamin Button as Henry Wong? Sometimes you don't get what you're looking for. So in this event, usually it tells you what to do with the cards after you search them from the top. This one says to return them to the bottom of the deck. So that's what you would do. And then my turn would be over, right? And then your opponent would have a turn. And from there, they can draw and etc, etc. So let's say they had their turn and they give us, you know, let's just say we get 3 memory just because it's fair. So now it would be the unsuspend phase again, but since nothing is suspended or tapped, really nothing really happens, then we have the draw phase. And then I didn't shuffle well, so it's the same card I just saw. This is an option card, by the way. There is a requirement with option cards. You can only use option cards of a color if that color currently exists in either your breeding zone or on your battle area. So because I have a green in here and a green here, I can use this option card hypothetically. But for some decks that have multiple colors, it's more of a concern. So, when we hit the breeding phase now, or the breeding phase, that's what they called it, we can now promote our Terriermon assistant because he is at least a level 3 Digimon. There are some risks to this. Like I said, they are not protected if you move them out, but sometimes we can't. But just for just to show ya. Oh my god. So we can promote them here. And since I'm not necessarily fighting another opponent, I'm just gonna like simulate an attack with just my security. Okay? So if you want to choose to attack, again, you can do it anytime in your main phase. You can choose to attack and then play some cards down and then attack again. So it's a little bit different from Yu-Gi-Oh! or Magic where they have very strict, you know, main phase 1 and then battle phase and then main phase 2, and then you can't go back to battle phase. Digimon's a little bit more special and flexible with that. So let's just say, hey, I'm gonna use this Terriermon and I'm gonna attack your security. So if it taps, you put it sideways, and the other opponent may, if they have like effects that usually tell them like to counter it somehow, usually they're called blockers, but we can go more into depth about like specific ability, like Digimon abilities later. You suspend and you aim at the security. You do what they call a security check. You take the top card of your security and you show it to the world. So hold on. Ta-da! Okay, so this was in our security, and if it's a Digimon versus a Digimon, it doesn't have an effect that lets it do something. Usually it has the security text on there. So if you see here, for the option, if the camera will focus. Okay, well, sometimes there's a little like, in the Digimon cards, there's like little, oh, I can actually show in the window later, more in-depth cards later. But yeah. But what you would usually do, thank you Holmes, I will hydrate after this, is compare the DP between the Digimon that is attacking and the Digimon that's in the security. So, since they're both 1,000, this would die. No matter what happens, because this Terriermon doesn't have any other effect, it will die regardless, and you would just put it into the trash can. Trash here in the bottom right corner. And it's a little confusing because I know in Yu-Gi-Oh! The trash is above the deck, and like, you know, they flip it. But it's alright, it's alright. And the Terriermon that attacked would also die. Now if I could just pick up this card. Here you go. Now I can choose to attack again, end my turn. I don't really have anything I can Digivolve because in my hand I have not shuffled well and I don't have a level 4. But I can also just hard play a Rapidmon if I want. But it's just like the higher the Digimon level, the higher the play cost. And usually you try to limit the amount of memory you give the opponent. So let's just say Terriermon Assistant attacks again. And let's pretend that... I'm gonna swap cards really quickly. Let's pretend that it's not a Digimon that's there. If it's an option card, this Terriermon Assistant doesn't die because it's not a Digimon face-off. But with this Giant Missile card, it has a security effect that just activates what the card effect is. So that's what option cards are usually good for. Option cards are good for protecting and defense and praying that they're in your security, because then you get to activate it for free for the cost of them attacking you. So it's not always like... There are risks at times when you choose to attack a security, because sometimes there's super strong boss monsters there and something that you built really big just like dies, unfortunately. Yeah, for this effect, it just... Oh, that's a pretty unfortunate effect. They die? They don't die, but this effect basically takes a card that's been tapped. In Digimon, they call tapping suspending. So this effect first suspends one of my Digimon, and then it will take one of the suspended Digimon I have to the bottom of the deck. And then another Digimon can't unsuspend until the end of my turn. So this is a very defensive card, basically, because it can block a Digimon from attacking, because if a Digimon can't unsuspend, it can't attack, and it also makes it susceptible to being attacked. So when a card is removed from the field, either back to your hand, to the security stack, to the trash, or back to your deck, if they have any cards tapped... I'm suspended from school? Who told you? That was supposed to be a secret! That's why I'm free on Friday! Kidding. Okay, Dad. So, for example, with this Terriermon Assistant, since it's being sent back to the deck, this card only the card on top goes back to the bottom of the deck. I cannot. My hand. It's so slippy. Okay, so only this card would go back to the bottom of the deck. The Gummymon, the little baby egg, would get yeeted into the trash. So if you have a big stack of Digimon and, you know, it goes somewhere bad, like away from the battle area, everything else goes to the trash. So that's another simulation of a battle. But let's say that the Terriermon survived. And let's say it's the opponent's turn now, and the opponent had let's see here. Let's say the opponent had this card on their field. It's really shiny. It's really shiny, and you really can't see what it is. But it's a level 4 Digimon with a DP of 7,000. So if it's on their turn, that must mean it's good. Yeah, it's actually pretty good from what I recall. So with this card, since it's unsuspended, you can choose to attack. And if it attacks on... shiny must be amazing. Yeah, this is it. I'm using cards from the starter deck, and they're all shiny, but they give me some alternate art cards. So those ones are really shiny, you see here. Woo! They're so pretty. That's one of the reasons why I like collecting them. So if they choose to attack my Digimon, you would just do a DP comparison, usually. So the DP would just be comparison here from 7,000. Bluetooth headphones are running out of battery. Switch to cable headset after cleaning the layers of dust. Oof. I hope the dust doesn't go in your ears. That's the one thing that sucks about Bluetooth headphones, you know? You have to charge them. You have to remember to charge them, and usually it's when in the middle of you using it. It's so inconvenient. But I guess the benefit is that it doesn't take too long to charge. I don't know why I said it like that. But if Magnamon chooses to attack the Digimon, then, you know, it just dies and goes to the trash. So those are options. I normally forget to turn them off. Really? So you have to charge it like every day then at that point, right? Yeah, so that's the normal flow of a turn. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions about that? Let's say, if there are no questions and most of that kind of makes sense, we can go into very specific, like, more specific things. Like, oh, what is the green deck usually like? What is the red deck usually like? I have a question. What's the meaning of life? I think that is dependent per person, and I can try to give you what I think my understanding of the meaning of life is. As someone who has... I'm picking up most of what you're putting down. Okay, cool. Are you excited? You wanna play with me one day? Offline? So, my interpretation... You want to play? Yeah, we should play! We can do, wait, throw down a card down. Yeah, we should. Not on this stream, though. We can talk offline about that just because Tabletop Simulator does not have Digimon, the card game. It doesn't. Other alternative ways of playing the Digimon card game other than through local tabletop is not allowed. They should. Yeah. They really should. They should. It does not have it. Exactly, Holmes. So, as I mentioned, there's a bunch of different colors in Digimon. We make them make it possible one way or another. Loads up grenade launcher. Didn't Bandai just like lay off a bunch of people earlier this year? I hope that makes sense in general. That's like the usual flow, and you know, turns get complicated because of certain effects. Are you trying to say there's no war in Ba Sing Se? I'll leave it to your imagination, Noose. What do you think? So, the general flow is just to attack, and usually things get more complicated with tamers, with options, with the digivolving effects, attacking effects, and those are the parts that make it a little bit more interesting. But that's the basic flow of the game. Now we can talk a little bit about different card colors and what the effects are usually about, so that way you could get an understanding of what kind of effects there are. And I'm trying to think if it would be easier to share it on like the web browser, because they do have... Oh, welcome back, Camerson. I hope you had a good toilet break. I'm just kidding. I'm not sure where you went. Yeah, I'm not sure if it would be a good... Because you really can't see like the effects on the card. So it's kind of hard to see from there. But I worked really... Yeah, you are curious. Okay, you know what? Just so you can see the effects and stuff, I'm going to switch my source to my browser. That way we can look more in depth on certain cards, because they do have some fan databases. Fan databases that accumulate all the cards, and you can make decks, and then you can export them to places, you know, fan databases. But before that, I do want to share some of my cards, just because I showed them earlier. So I have multiple decks. I do have a Terriermon deck. For some reason I heard Beta Daces. I did, because I started... I did say Beta Daces, because I said Beta first and then I paused. I'm like, oh. Idiot stretched out on the floor. Cute! So this is a deck that I have. I know you really can't see much of it, but this was an older version of the Terriermon. Look how cute this is! This is an alternate art of Terriermon Assistant. I'm trying to... Look at him. Terriermon Assistant is literally Terriermon with a lab coat. That's the only thing that's different about them. He just has a lab coat. He's schmug. He is schmug. Yeah, so this was a deck that I made prior to the new starter deck, so I have to update this to make it beefier. I've played it with some friends and they do not like it. The mechanic of this deck is basically double teaming, having multiple, or like having the attack of one other Digimon boost the attack of another Digimon, which makes it usually stronger for single attacks and prevents things from getting deleted from security checks or things. Is Terriermon the Pikachu of the Digimon series? I would say, yeah, it's Agumon. Agumon is the Pikachu, but Terriermon is also pretty popular. Terriermon, I would say, is more like a... It's the yellow dino. Yeah, he's this guy. Right here. The little pixel guy. Little dinosaur. So this deck I have... There's some hair on here. Yikes. This is a red deck. Hey, look! It's the little dino guy that we were talking about. So this is a red-black deck. So they added, a lot of the new mechanic that they've added is dual colors. So this is a red-black deck with a white tamer. White decks are very hard to come by, or white cards in general, because they're usually like the boss cards. Boss cards are usually white. Yeah, this game has white people, imagine! They're everywhere. I'm sorry. So the effect... The way that this deck works is literally all around her. This lady. She has a baby! Little baby Digimon. And then... Oh yeah, look at the backing. It's the Eevees. My favorite evolution, just to share it, as trivia, is Umbreon. And then Leafeon, and the other ones are okay. I do like Jolteon though. Does Gamamon have a card? Yes! Gamamon does have a card. They've added a lot of support for the Ghost Game stuff recently. Oh! If you did watch Ghost Game, I do have a deck I tried playing. Which is the green guy. The green rabbit. The Die Rabbit. I didn't know how to pronounce it because they pronounce, like, the spelling is D-I-A-R for, like, the Master Rabbit. So I made a deck here for Rabbies. Rabbies. Where's the boss guy? Ah? Fausty? Wait, was that Fausty? Oh, welcome! Thank you for the follow! Yeah, look, it's all the Wabbies. Where's the girl? She's the tamer in here. Oh, there he is. Oh, we didn't talk about ace cards. It's a new mechanic. But yeah, they added them. But look at the pronunciation. Like, how do you guys think D-I-A-R-B-B-I-T? How do you think that's supposed to be pronounced? Oh, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy your time here. It's Wabbits. You can't just spell it, Holmes. The baby. He's hot. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't say a rabbit is hot, but he's hot. He looks more human than a rabbit in this form anyway. No. Thank you for the follow, Kippy T. Welcome. I hope you enjoy your time here. The baby? Here's the baby. This is oh, you want to see the baby? Little baby. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, Dia-Rabbit. That's how I was pronouncing it too, like diarrhea and diarrhea. The Dia-Rabbit. No! There is Jellymon, though. There is a Jellymon deck. I do have some... I feel like potentially I could make a Jellymon deck, but I haven't yet, just because I just haven't. The Jellymon deck is very... It really works kind of like paralyzing, where you stun the Digimon on the opponent's side so that they can't attack or they can't suspend or stuff like that. Or if they can't suspend, it counts as not attacking. That's a really cute emote, Kib. Also, welcome! We've been talking about Digimon. We went through most of the basic gameplay, but we will be going into more details about colors. My uncle's always called diarrhea when I was a kid, and I've called it ever since without even thinking. Yeah, they're mini creatures since the model's just Blankmon. Never looked too much into Digimon because the cards look really cool and cute. Yeah! I was just showing the people in chat some of my decks. Oh yeah, we talked about Sexy Ladymon, right? I do have her here. So this is the 4 Great Dragons, which has... I don't remember what game or which one they're from, but... Yeah, so they have some 4 Great Dragon. Where is the Sexy Lady? Sexy Lady. I know she's in here. Gangnam Style. Actually, there's a better deck that has more of her. It's just, I have these really fuzzy gloves, and I can't split them. I would Digimon cards, but I promised my grandma I wouldn't get more cards. Yeah, they are. Oh, there she is. Sexy lady! Oh. This is the waifu deck. It's quite truly the waifu deck. She had. Oh, this is an alternate art Gatomon I had too. I think the Digimon card in general is better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Just because they get more space for art. And the all art covers the whole card. With Yu-Gi-Oh! It's just ghost rare, right? But it's still, like, just blocking the square. Oh, Kazemon? Kazemon's in here, too! They only have one version of her, though. There's not enough love for Frontier. But yeah, here's Lady Devimon, which some people also find schmexy. Even though one arm is longer than the other, but, you know, you do you. Yeah, she's also waifu. Let me try to find a better card. She's from the games. I don't know if you guys, anybody plays the Digimon games. She's in some of them. This card was like $18. And some nice guy in locals was just like, here, you may has. I'm like, oh, you're so nice. Yeah, her dress style is yeah. And if you like these types of waifus, there's also her. She's from the Digimon Tri. But yeah, at this point, I feel like they've kind of added support at least once of most things. I played one on the PS1 when I was really little. I have some memory of it. I've never done anything Digimon related, and I feel like I'm missing out. It's fine. It's fine. Digimon will always be there for you. I have such nostalgia with Digimon that when there was this new movie, also the music for Master Duel ended, so it's kind of quiet. Let me try to add another song. I used all of our paper to bring a game facts guide. Oh my god, I used to do that for Dynasty Warriors! Okay, what song should we get? Let's play this. I love Dynasty Warriors! My favorite Dynasty Warriors character was Xiao Chao. I loved her! And I have a sister who's my older sister, and she liked Da Chao. So I was like, oh my god, it's us. We're sisters in the game. But your husband is unattractive compared to my husband. Yeah, I used to really love Dynasty Warriors. I would just spend hours playing it. Chan is the best. I know a lot of people like her. When I don't like her playstyle though, it kind of feels like I don't hit a lot. But she is very pretty. I do like yeah, I could dish about Dynasty Warriors a lot. So we're gonna swap my let me just transition to the just chatting screen really quickly so that I can my husband is hotter than your husband sounds like an argument of Fire Emblem fans. Tentolite, oh my god, you should have been on the stream, our last stream, because I spent the first 30 minutes talking about Fire Emblem husbandos and about just in general Fire Emblem husbandos being very cracked. They're amazing. Okay. Oh, it's hot. I can finally take off the gloves. The gloves come off. But just to answer your question, the husbando of my dreams for Awakening, my husbando is Stall. I married Stall. I played all the endings, all the God, this again. I'm just gonna spend like Tentolite doesn't know, okay? We're just really quickly. Just 2 seconds, okay? So, what was I saying? I married Stahl. He had the best confession because he was basically like, he was just like, I'm not gonna look away anymore. You're just gonna, you, my beloved, I will always be watching over you. And I'll be like, you're so cute! Don't listen to the English dub. They totally butchered it, okay? The English dub, they made it a joke because like they kind of had the same messaging. I'm sorry. They had the same messaging. Like Stahl's English dub confession was just like, I'll never look away unless I hit a wall. I'm like, why did you have to add that joke? We were having a romantic moment and you just had a... I'm peeking. I am so sorry. But anyway, Fates. I know, right? No, the worst one. English dubs are most fun. Yeah, I know, and I don't know why they keep doing that. Like, that's the reason why, even though I love the voices of Digimon Adventure, the English dub, I can't watch it again because the last time I tried rewatching it, they just kept making jokes. Why did they keep making jokes? I can't take it. And so I went to watch the Japanese version. I'm like, oh my god, they actually take themselves seriously. Maybe I'm an empath when I'm sensing that maybe you're a little passionate. I'm sorry. I have gone on this tangent a long time. Maybe one day we can watch the confessions just so I can like cringe IRL because it's so painful. It's why I hate the Marvel movies. Every 3 minutes has to be some sarcastic thing. Yeah, I heard that's like something a lot of people gripe about. Is that why the 4Kids English intros of anime are so hip? English intros of anime is a whole different thing that people can either love or hate. I think some of them are good. What I don't like about English openings is how they always feel the need to retell the main like summary, like the inner book binding of a book in the song. Why couldn't they make it a bit more thematic with some, like, you know, some anime Japanese openings are a little bit more thematic, or, you know, kind of just has the vibe of what they're going for, right? Why does One Piece have to talk about One Piece like that? And like Koji is crazy about the Rave Master English opening, and it's ska. I can't do it. There he is. Yeah, exactly. Like if it's a good theme, like if it sounds good, then I can jive to it. Like the Shaman King English opening and the Digimon Frontier English opening was French kiss. Whoops. Chef's kiss. I meant chef's kiss. Sorry, let me do the hydrate from a long time ago. I can't take the Rave Master opening seriously. Any hoodles. I have the page set up right now. So this is Digimon Card IO, and the only hey, it's me. It's Digimon Card IO. Anyway, this is where I usually go to look for deck building or just research stuff. The only reason why I'm showing it this way is just because you can't look at the details of a certain card. Just accept a bop as a bop. You should buy the domain, yo. It's... Oh, wait, that's dope. I don't have money, though. No. I don't have money for that, but that sounds genius. Actually, someone on Twitter called me yo-yo in a comment, and I got really concerned because I wondered if I made a mistake with my renaming. It's $55 for a year. It's 55 divided by 12. It's like $4 a month. How much is a sub worth? I'm not sure. I haven't gotten a payout. Must give off big yo-yo vibes. Holmes! Again with the gift sub? Stop it! Stop! You're trying to get me to blush? Don't do that. That's crazy. Holmes is really slow. I really need to work on emotes again. All my emotes are really old. I have to update them with my new model. But thank you so much, Holmes. He's gifted 13 subs. Isn't he amazing? Everyone, tell Holmes he's amazing right now. You are so special. IRL pick of Holmes. Wait, is that like a bear head? I'm very confused. Holmes is the goat. Yes, he is. Okay. So the only reason why I'm using this, just so you guys can see the description. Oh, it's a rat feature percent. Okay. Is it just actually a rat, or it's like a hat or something? How'd you get my pig? Oh, this awesome elementary, my dear IO. Ah. I like to do deck building and stuff here. Oh, whoa. That BGM just... I thought someone was shaking pills right next to me. They have green hair and rat ears, though. Oh, okay, I see. I thought it was like Chuck E. Cheese head with like muscle body. How cute! Oh man, I need to get onto the animated emotes. I only have one, and it's very subtle. It's the well, I guess I have 3, but 2 of them. One is seasonal, and the other one, I feel like doesn't really count, the Ayo. But I mean, it's cute, right? But Yeah, the only one I actually really worked to try to get animated was the sweat one, but it's really hard to see the finger, like, it's supposed to be like ooh fingers put together, but it's hard to see. Ah! Ah! Oh! The stream's only showing 2 frames. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I need to make... What was the one? Fig and Camerson, like the one with the big eyes, like staring from like the camera up, like the upward camera. I want that. I want that one. Free VTuber sweats top. Yeah, I want to make one of that one. I need that one. I need that one. I love it. And then, oh, that's a 4K. That's so cute. Yes, it's so. I love that one. I know. Okay, I got it. That's the top of my emote list. I have to make. But anyway, we were talking about deck colors. So let's go to the card database and I'll just sort by color. So the first one is red. Red. Oh, look at this OG Digimon card. Peak emo. Oh, that's cute. I need to look. Okay, Digimon card game. Yeah, okay. Here you go. Okay, so red cards are usually all about damage and deleting based on damage. Those are like the main effects that you'll see. So either like when you want to like in effect, it would say like, oh, delete a Digimon with DP of 6,000 or less, or 3,000 or less. Or, like, if it's an Agumon and it digivolves into a Greymon, it could be like, oh, if this Digimon has the name Greymon, it gains plus 1,000 DP. So it's either about boosting the Digimon and also giving it an added security attack. Then act like I don't know nobody. It always just makes me think of that pic of Jimmy here. Who's Jimmy here? Peak, and then our main goal is to blow you up. Basically, their goal is to like hit hard, make it so that they can just like reduce your security stack to nothing in like 2 seconds. It's all about like yeah, it's just it's Wednesday, my dude. Oh, okay. Got it. That's me trying to be the frog. Yeah, so they're all about building like a big stack that's really powerful and has a lot of security attack damage. Red ducks, oh my Moshinde, exactly. So here's this Agumon. It's a very simple Agumon, but I just want to open up to show you guys the card really quickly. So you'll see here, now you can see a bit more of what the card details are. They have like the types down here. So think about, you know, in Yu-Gi-Oh! How they have that like normal slash and then little orange freak. I don't know if you like him or not based on how you're describing him. So the usually covered by a blue box is an effect timing. And the effect will be activated based on this certain timing. Okay, you love him. You're like insulting him at the same time. So for this Agumon, this effect, which again is a search effect because it tells you to look at the top, pick one, and put it in the bottom. It will only be activated when it's on play. And on play, as you recall, is if you spend the memory to just play it directly from your hand. Sometimes there are cards that let you play directly from the trash. Just anytime there's something that says play this, then you can activate the play effect. Look, it's a cute new Agumon. Oh yeah, see, look, it's Black Agumon, but it's just Agumon. See, there's some Digimon that don't have any effects. Those ones are very simple to understand. This one here is a little bit more Blagumon. So this one has a very unique well, it has a lot of effects here, so I wanted to explain. So this is like the special Digivolving requirement. Usually this Agumon can only Digivolve from a red level 2, but it can Digivolve to any color Koromon. also for 0. So there are like black colored Koromons and yellow colored Koromons. So you can also Digivolve this Agumon from those Koromons too. And anything with blue, like I mentioned, is a timing thing. So this is activated only for the start of the main phase. You could just Digivolve without paying the cost if you have the Tamer tie present. And then the inherit, like, see, I told you, for example, while this Digimon has Greymon or Omnimon, it gets 2,000 and it stacks up. So if you have, like, you know, level 3, 4, 5 all has these effects, it's plus 6,000 DP already. That's what the red decks are all about. Could have sworn I saw a shiny Persian in Pokemon Sleep this morning because it was green, but turns out it was just lighting from being in the shade. Ah, that's so rude. I'm still, like, with official Pokemon games, I have never found a shiny. The only times I've seen shinies are when I do emulator games, you know? And it doesn't feel genuine. You know, it just doesn't feel right. Okay, and I want to share this one because some effects have this red or this pinkish magenta. Shinies are very common in Pokemon Sleep. Yeah, but how come I didn't get one when I played? They have, usually the red ones are like limitations. So this one is once per turn. Even though it's all turns, after it switches to the opponent's turn, it only affects once. And then it goes back, and then it only is affected once. Unlucky, really. I don't know, play more. Oh wait, actually, I did get a shiny in Pokemon Go. I don't know what the rates are in Pokemon Go, but I did get a shiny from that, so pat me back. And here is also another red type of effect here. See, if this Digimon is the Digimon Agumon Bond of Bravery, it gets an added security attack. And an added security attack, usually the ones in orange are power-ups. So like in Magic, it's like, what is one of, like, Life Force or something like that? Or Haste, those kinds of effects. Oh right, there's also Summoning Sickness. I think I explained that already. Whenever a Digimon is played, it has Summoning Sickness, so it can't attack. Pokemon Go rares are much higher. The Pokemon Sleep? Okay, then I feel a little bit better. I got a shiny Chansey, I think. The shiny... Oh, I got a shiny Meltan! Which I think was pretty rare because you only got it from an event. Once per turn or hard once per turn? It's a hard once per turn. Or soft, I guess. If you have multiple Agumons that have the same effect, it's only once per Agumon card. Oh, and also one thing I failed to mention is for each card, you can have at most 4. So I know in like Yu-Gi-Oh! Max is 3, and some are limited, of course. In Digimon, it's 4. So if you had 4 Agumons out, you could get 4 memory whenever you played a Tai Kamiya. Repost. Sorry, I didn't see. I was too busy. Did I answer your question? Yeah, if you have 4 Agumons, you could get 4 memory for each one. And then the next turn, you can get... Or like in your opponent's turn, if you again played a Tai, you could get 1 memory again. I once got a shiny Latias by pure chance of completing 7 days of missions. Wow. I think just shiny legendaries in general are rare. Here are some example timing again when attacking. Oh shoot, I forgot to talk about battle timing. Yeah, so I guess we could we can talk about it in a bit when I show you other effects. But when attacking is also a timing. It's when you declare the attack. And like by the time it's been suspended is when the attack occurs. When you declare the attack, the card gets suspended. And then when attacking effects occur, and then there's other stages afterwards that we can talk about if I can see them. But yeah, these are... Hey, look! Someone was talking about Kazemon earlier. There's Agunimon from the same season. And Grill. Yeah, okay. So that's... Oh, and for dual color option cards, if you want to play them, it's not like oh, you have one or the other. It's a one, you have to have both in order to play it. They're usually very powerful and situational for these like 2 colors. So in order to play them, you have to have 2 colors in total in your field. Either in the battle area with your tamers or your raising area. What's really cool about shinies and Pokemon Sleep is that if you give them any Poke Biscuits, they're instantly befriended. Oh. Well, that's nice, but at the same time, it's also kind of rude. Why are the shinies so special? They're just genetic differences. So blue decks are, I think, a little bit harder to classify because they are very... The things that you can do with blue decks, they be albino for some, yeah, right? Blue decks are very versatile with what they can do, but there is just this general vibe of blue decks. They wanted people befriending shiny Pokemon, then they got too full, you can't give them your biscuits. Oh yeah, I guess that's true. Just like how in like Lanhua said in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, you can't auto kill shinies. So it's a quality of life thing, I guess. Shinies have just been abandoned and abused by the other regular color not Digimon, Pokemon, and they just want to be loved. So I would classify blue decks as stun and card draw power. I would say those are their 2 main, or like card manipulation. I say those are the 2 main ways of describing it. One way to stun enemies is to give them either like return cards back to their hand. That is a common blue thing to do. It's very rude, but it's a common blue thing to do. And I don't know if you guys care about Gaomon or Galgamon. Blue is stun, but blue mana and magic is spell heavy, so it makes sense. Yeah. So, yeah, they can either make it so that they go back to the hand, or they draw a lot of cards. There's also this particular effect. I'll use this Arrow of Yidramon as an example. This is a very common effect that you see a lot with blue cards, which is it's called jamming. So whenever you attack a security Digimon, you don't do the DP comparison. So it's a very defensive kind of effect where you can attack without having any worries of repercussions. But then also the effect here, again, is based on cards. You need to have 8 or more cards to get this effect. Hey look! Oh, this is the jelly! I know someone was really into Jellymon earlier. But, I'll talk about ace cards later. Actually, we can probably talk about ace cards now. My favorite blue spell is Misdirection, pretty much. Oh, you were gonna buff your monster? Well, tough luck. No, it's buffing mine. So what Amphimon's deck is all about is, again, stunning, so making so that your opponent's Digimon can't suspend. And suspending for attacking is very, you know, really important for the game. So you can temporarily limit them for a turn, like a jellyfish sting. But an also mechanic that they have is trashing Jellymons and putting them back in the deck. So again, like card manipulation. Ace cards are a special kind of Digimon type, which is like a powerful card with reduced play costs and Digivolution costs. But the trade-off is that if, and you can see it here with this Blast Digivolve, this is what usually ace cards are tied to. The trade-off of getting a reduced Digivolve and play cost is that, hello, welcome Copycat, I hope you're having a wonderful time. Professor Io is continuing to talk about Digimon. You choose a random number from 1 to 100 and a random number from 1 to 10. Let's have chat make a number for us then. Everyone throw a number in, and then I will pick one of them. If someone says 69, I'm gonna... I knew it! Someone was gonna... I knew it! You guys! Okay, well, we chose 69, and there's a lot of 2s, so we'll pick 2. 69 and 2. If that helps you. You guys are so mature. You guys are so mature. But for what it's worth, I was probably gonna say 69 also. Yeah, so when the trade-off of... You're welcome. The trade-off of ace cards and the reduced play and digivolve cost is what they call overflow. So anytime... You said 22, don't lump me with them. You're true. That's more than what you expected. You're welcome. I guess that's statistics for ya. We're here to provide you data. We are here to be helpful. So the overflow is memory that you give back to the opponent when it leaves. Okay, well, I'm sorry, but we tried our best. Wait. You lose memory if this Digimon leaves your battlefield, basically. Even if it, like, you choose to get rid of it, or it gets destroyed, or back to your hand, you have a nice day too. Or back to the deck, to the security, anything that it goes, like, anytime it leaves, you lose 4 memory. That's what the trade-off is. But the counter here is another phase of the attacking phase. So when you declare an attack, when attacking cards, or when attacking effects will trigger. After all the when attacking effects have triggered, then it goes to the counter phase. And counter phases are usually reference to Blast Digivolve. So it's their it's their way of implementing hand traps. What the Blast Digivolving means is you can just Digivolve in your opponent's turn when they're attacking for no cost. But it is a bit of a risk to do that, even if it's a reduced cost, because things can happen to the state of your board when you end the turn. So sometimes it's better to just Digivolve with the cost. But yeah, this is like the first iteration of hand traps. They're called ace cards. Let's see. Other things with stunning is with blue cards. Blue cards are really hard to explain. A lot of them have to do with manipulating your opponent's Digivolution cards or manipulating their own Digivolution cards. Yeah, I picked a sexy one for you. You're welcome. I picked a sexy one for everybody. Either they have effects that remove Digivolution cards from your opponent's Digimon. So let's say, like, I had the Terriermon and Gummymon stack. Manipulate. You sound like there's a lot of... I think blue deck might be fun for you then. Blue decks are very, like, annoying. Like, oh, you wanted to build this stack with all this effect? With plus 6,000 DP? Bam! We remove all your Digivolution cards. You're gone! No! Some people just like to play for, like, you know, decks that make the opponent feel frustrated. And then some cards make it so that they can put Digivolution cards underneath their card, other than Digivolving. So that's a lot of, like, the blue stuff. Like Penguin! It sounds like a Mystic Mind Stall, and it makes me want to burn it. I'm not sure what that is. Is that Yu-Gi-Oh or the other one? Magic. Yeah, so blue is really hard to... Oh, another thing with blue. See, I just keep saying another thing with blue because blue is just really... Yeah, blue Hawaiian Death. It's really cute. Blue is really hard to just pinpoint. It's just a stun. Mystic Mind is Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, okay. Another one. Another thing that blue decks can also do is make unsuspending a Digimon one of their Digimon to basically attack again. So there was this Gabumon Metal Garurumon deck that recently got extremely limited for certain cards because it was really easy to OTK in that deck. Basically, you have this big stack of Metal Garurumon, you attack, and then something happens with like either its inherited effects to make it unsuspend, and you attack again, and then you unsuspend, and then you attack again, and then that's how they burn through your security, and you're like, okay, the game is over. And the most annoying stall mechanic ever invented. What does it do again? Can you let me know? So yellow decks are very easy to explain. They manipulate and protect the security. So they are very like recovery based, like security recovery based, but also security burn based. So this Arrow Vidramon doesn't really have effects that I want to show here, but this orange thing called Blocker I wanted to talk about. Actually, I'll wait till Black, because Black focuses more on that. Side with more monsters is blocked you from attacking or using monster. Oh, that's annoying. So if you just don't have any monsters on the other side, then you're pretty much safe. Unless they use trap or spell. I tried playing Magic the Gathering with my opponent cast Wish. Play one card you own from outside the game and played an Uno wild card. Wait, that's a real card. Like, you can just have like a magic card, right? You gotta try playing. Yeah, you gotta. Maybe later. So yellow decks are all about security. Like I said, it's about recovering security or getting rid of cards from your security to do certain things. I had Wish in my card, so I won by playing Sorry for Your Loss. Wait, is that a Magic the Gathering? Is that a Magic the Gathering deck? Oh my god, sorry, I just wanted to pause because my Twitch stat says I'm at 22 viewers and I'm actually really excited right now because I have not hit 22 viewers in a really long time. I'm really excited. I'm also nervous. I'm like, what if it goes down? What did I do? But welcome everybody. I hope you're all having a wonderful time. We're just talking about Digimon and card games. I'm famous! I'm so excited! And then the next update goes down to like 5. I'm kidding. They're like, oh, she talked to me directly and I didn't ask for it. But yeah, I've had such an exhausting day, but you guys are really bringing energy. You're breathing life into this former shell of a person. AI. You guys are amazing. I think if you tried to play an Uno card in a tournament, it'd still be like, excuse me? But can you make your own card and just write you lose? Just play it. Yellow cards form a shield wall. Exactly. They're very... If you want to play a stall deck, yellow is usually the stall deck because it's like every time you keep trying to attack the security and you're trying and they're just like, nope, recover, nope, recover, nope, recover. And you're like, oh my god, I'm so tired. It's been 3 hours. Aw, you talking to me directly made me happy. Aw, you guys made me happy. We're in a happy feedback. Cause I'm happy. Oh, actually, after all this, there's a video I want to show. I haven't watched it, but I want to watch it with everybody because apparently Bandai has an official Digimon rules song. We need to watch it. I've never seen it, but when I was like trying to build my thumbnail for Twitter and then it's a song. We need to watch it together. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't know. Is it like the Poke Rap? Like, we need to figure this out. Which is a card that started, a type of card that allows you to grab a card you own from outside the game in the sideboard. Oh, so like a side deck. Oh, I found out there was a comedy sketch about that exact same scenario. They even played an Uno card. Sorry for your loss. I'm fully convinced someone was watching over me. Yeah, there's a song. We'll look at it together. We're gonna watch it together. There isn't really much to explain about yellow decks other than that. They usually have special effects based on like security count too. Like, oh, if you have 3 or fewer security cards, you have this. Or if you have 3 or more security cards, then do this. So it really depends on like what the build is. It's either you want as much security as you can, or you want fewer security and like self-destruct, basically. That's what the yellow decks are. It's very easy to understand. Oh, wait. Very easy. And I'm like, oh wait, there's another thing. Another thing that is very exclusively yellow is DP reduction. I didn't mention this earlier, but your Digimon can cease to exist if for some reason its DP goes down to 0. So it's the same thing as magic, I think, when your magic, like you can reduce something and then it just dies or something, right? So that is another like yellow card thing. We have all these mons, but when is the Digimon going to finally show up? Maybe when Ted finally does that talk. I remember that happening in the tutorial a lot. Don't kill them. We have to. You can't just have. You can't just. Like, we're not 10. We can't just be like, oh, don't attack me. I just want to put this card down. Oh, wow, that's a nice card. I'm going to put this card down. And then you start playing house with your trading cards. And you'd be like, oh, hello, Blackluster Soldier. Oh, hi, Harpy Lady. And you start role-playing with your cards. Make them kiss. Okay, I will admit something embarrassing. I used to have Jenga blocks. And rather than playing Jenga, at a certain point, I drew like Roblox-like faces on the blocks and basically used the rest of the Jenga pieces like Lincoln Logs and build a house, and then I would just play with the Jenga blocks like dolls. So, yeah. I remember as a kid, we just picked out a card each from a deck and had them shoot each other with their abilities till they died. With Magic? And I actually never heard of Magic the Gathering until a lot when I was older, but it's a really old game. Oh, Pokemon! Well, no one knows how to play Pokemon. Mr. and Mrs. Jenga living in a house made of their own body. Okay, so green decks. Also very simple. Green decks are all about quick growth. You know, think about like plants and stuff. All the plants are green. It's about digi-evolving really fast for limited cost, and also stunning your opponent or getting effects by suspending, so tapping things. So a lot of their effects will be like either suspending your opponent's Digimon or suspending one of their Digimon to do certain things. That's the main effects. They also have a special attacking effect called looking for it. Well, here's one of them. There's a special effect called Digisorption, which is one of the things to help, you know, Digi-evolve really fast, which is if you suspend another of your Digimon, you can reduce this Digimon's Digi-evolving cost by a certain amount. So this is one of the green card's very specific effects. I don't think any other color has Digisorption effects right now. That's also what Green Heroes focus on. Yeah! Like plants. Of course, Plants vs. Zombies would do that too. Oh, right. We haven't even talked about Digicross. There's so many different effects. We'll talk about Digicross another time, guys. Digicross is a whole different thing. Oh, I finally found one. I love Bancho's Stingmon. So, a lot of green cards have an effect called Piercing. which works really well in green decks because they're all about suspending Digimon. What piercing is if you attack an opponent's Digimon and they die, you get a free security check. So it's kind of being able to do the security check plus getting rid of another enemies, like another Digimon. A lot of green has that kind of effect. The dire... Oh yeah, I never told everybody what the rabbit pronunciation was. It's deer rabbit. Deer rabbit, not dire... Or deer bit. Deer bit instead of diarrhea bit. Yeah, I think deer bit. Yeah, it's deer bit. Deer bitmon. Isn't that hurt? There are other effects that I probably won't go into too much detail right now because I think a lot of the cards will explain it. But if you were interested and looked more into it. But we'll move on to black. Black are... I would say black decks are more defensive. Like decks or cards that make it so that if I become a time traveler, I'm going to back to when Plants vs. Zombies was first taking off. Start a conversation with a fan that says, oh, Plants vs. Zombies? I love that game. It's my favorite third-person shooter. And watch as they... Wait. There is a third-person shooter Plants vs. Zombies game? Has the franchise gone too far? I'm kidding. It's kind of good, too. Well, I mean, if it works, right? There's nothing wrong with that, with like dabbling into other things. I mean, I imagine people reacted a bit negatively when they said, oh, Pokemon's a MOBA now. Pokemon makes you walk now. It was the Plants of Zombie franchise. Oh. It's so interesting how it started out as just like a tower defense mobile game and it just exploded into this multi-target, not even a good tower defense too. Yeah, it's really amazing how that happened, huh? Very impressive. Like, I'm not gonna be mad at that. They really bring out quality games that people like, it sounds like. So yeah, black decks are focused more toward, I would say, defense. Oh, yeah, Cameron, welcome back. They're talking about Plants vs. Zombies right now. Rolled on an RPG and it was actually good. That's like when South Park made a really good RPG, right? You started it, Camerson! Yeah, so black decks, I think, are a lot of making really meaty Digimon that stay on the field, and they have a lot of ways that protect itself from staying on the field, or there are bodies that protect the security. Like, either they are the ones that you want to die. Big, beefy. So it's either like, oh, you make a really big one that's really hard to die, or you make like a one that's cannon fodder, basically, to protect something else. So they have this effect that's very common in a lot of colors, but black specifically is called blocker, which is the basic blocking effect in Magic the Gathering, where if you declare attack and you can choose one of your other, creatures to tank some of the hit. But for Digimon, it's for one particular body, and it becomes a 1v1 in that, I love his yaoi hands! Oh my god, you're so right! Did anyone make a good mobile game? Please stop and make it a PC game. Your work is too good to be seen next to almost anything else in the Google Play Store. I wonder how hard it is to port like mobile and Steam games. Yeah, so the blocker effect is activated after the counter phase in attack. So this is the final stage of an attack, other than end of attack. An end of attack is another stage. So anything with... So the suspension occurs first, then the when attacking effects, and then if you have Blast Digivolving, it's the counter phase when you want to choose to Blast Digivolve. After that is the blocking phase. So let's say you have an Ace Digimon card that you Digivolved using Blast Digivolve with Blocker. Immediately you can use it to block that very attack that was, you know, instigated. And then after the blocker phase is the end of attack, after the attack resolves. So you'll see this a lot with black decks, but we've also seen it with other colors. Another effect that you see a lot with black is what they call de-Digivolving. Here, we'll pick this one, Baboonga. I'm gonna be honest, only 20% is reaching. It's okay! We're just here having fun. We're just having fun right now. It's okay. Baboonga! Yeah, so de-Digivolving is when you remove the top Digimon layer. So just think about like in the anime, oh, they de-Digivolve. Oh, monkey. So let's say you have a level 5 Digimon with level 4 Digimon underneath. If you de-Digivolve that one time, it goes from 5 to 4. But if you have a Digimon, it only goes up to 3. You can't de-Digivolve from 3 to baby because baby cannot exist. Baby cannot exist in the battlefield. Baby is baby. So, if you have a higher level Digimon that doesn't have any Digivolution cards, so it doesn't have any cards underneath it, de-Digivolving doesn't really work. It doesn't disappear from the field because it's just removing the top layer. So those are the two main effects. No child soldiers. No, never this. Actually, I won't say never, but maybe they'll make a new feature. Big Mamimon? Oh my god, we love Mamimon! Where was he? There he is! The big guy! Big Mamimon. I love him. Mame means bean in Japanese. So he's just Big Bean. Big Beanmon. It's just a big bean. Yeah, and then oh, where were we? He's really cute. I think one of my favorite Digimon is Catch Mamemon, which let me show you him. There's a lot of different Mamemon forms, but Catch Mamemon, adorable. He's like riding a little controller spaceship, and underneath, he just has like a big punching bag hand. He's so adorable. Oh my, I just noticed there's a Mamemon grabbing for dear life underneath him. So cute! Oh gosh. Yeah, you can! You can! I tried making a Mamemon deck. It's not great. But it's a luck-based deck, really. What it does, black decks also trash things into, like, when you do searches. You know how other searches I've shown, it goes back to the deck? For black cards, it usually is to go back to the trash, to recycle back to the deck. So, Mamemon decks, yeah. Mamemon deck is kind of like a luck-based render, like, quick play. You try to play things from searching, and then you get a big plethora of Mamemons. But it's not great, but it kind of works. So the last major color before white, which is white is a little situational. It's really hard to make a white only deck if actually, because it's more of a supporting color. Purple decks are very garbage heavy, trash heavy. They like to mill themselves. Some of the decks mill opponents, but usually it's them milling themselves, deleting themselves in order to activate certain combos. They also have a lot of effects to just delete Digimon. by level, usually. So red cards usually delete by DP, like attack. Yeah, Koji's doing sunglasses because he likes the purple decks. And then, well, purple is more about deleting per level. So if you have like, oh, delete a level 4 or less, and stuff like that. What it also does with the self-milling is allow them to play stuff from the trash, usually, or activate some other effect. If you have... They do a lot of like trash counting. Either I'm milling out or I'm milling myself out. Exactly. It's like a runic deck, but riskier. You activated my trash card. Exactly. So you can play. Usually they check for the amount of cards in the trash. Like they usually go by tens, and they will trash. You know, the effect would be stronger. Living up to your VTuber concept. Actually, no, I don't play a lot of purple decks. Surprise, surprise, I like playing green decks usually. It's weird. I don't like throwing my stuff away. Why would you do that? I want my stuff to stay. That's pretty much it for purple. Oh right, actually there are some effects. Oh dude, it's my job. It's not my job to throw things and bring it back out. Well, I guess recycling. About green and purple deck. There aren't that much green and purple like full support, but there may be stuff where it's like, oh, very purple or very green, and you can throw some purple in. I definitely have made decks like that. But it's usually like one color focus, and then they use the other subcolors as support. The Terriermon decks or Lopmon decks do work like that, where it's mainly green, but then like the higher up level Digimon have 2 colors. So that is one kind of deck you can build. There is also an effect that's very common with purple called retaliation, which is basically sacrificing themselves. Like, hey, if I die, you die with me. If you attack my Digimon and it dies, your Digimon also dies. I can't find an example here, but there's also a new effect called Scapegoat, which is just like, hey, if I am gonna die, someone else is gonna die instead. My favorite deck theme for any card game is spitting in the face of God. Bi-color Digimon deck? Why not? I assume you want weak Digimon to attack or avenge Digimon? I think the best way is for a retaliation Digimon if you can get rid of it without attacking it. That's usually the safest way to get rid of it. But if you can't have that way, then usually deleting itself, like with a weak Digimon that are just probably is the second best. Yeah. The retaliation effect works really well with purple decks because they have a lot of on-deletion effects with related to, you know, trashing itself all the time. What's the dumbest deck you've ever seen / heard of? Oh, Koji has a good one! Basically, there are some super powerful option cards that are security traps, like I said, where it's... They have the like if it got flipped during a security check, you can activate an effect, and those effects are extremely powerful. Can not wipe the board, but remove a problem card for free, basically. So Koji is making a deck that just builds on top of security traps, bunch of colored traps. Option cards. I think that's the most ridiculous deck I've ever seen so far. I think Rookie Rush decks are also kind of fun, but they are considered strategic nowadays, but does it work? He has won with it. That's what I will say. He has beaten a friend with it. Oh, I guess it does work. I really want him to bring it to a tournament just to hear what people say. But at what percentage? Like 50-50. He only played it twice. Koji makes Yeah, Koji makes very interesting decks. So, white decks are kind of hard to not white decks. There aren't really white decks. Yeah, white cards are more unique. They're like special kind of cards that they behave a little bit differently from the usual gameplay style. So they're usually boss monsters or Digimon that can't digivolve, really, so you have to play them. So like the Kalumon, the Pokemon you see, they don't have any digivolving, and usually you can't digivolve from white unless it's like, I don't think I've ever seen anything digivolve from white, to be honest. But yeah, they are very situational boss or just very unique play styles. Show them the police squad card. Yeah! we were talking earlier about like the really long Magic the Gathering card name. Let us to send us off. Let us get that one super long. There is a black option card coming out. That is the longest name we have ever seen. How do I... Maybe I have to look up... Police... Here it is! You see? It's longer than that one Magic the Gathering card, is it not? It's called the Metropolitan Police Department Community Safety Bureau Cybercrime Division Investigation Unit 11. That is a mouthful, and I think that is the official translation for when it comes out. What's the story behind this? I think, well, Digimon has this online light novel. Yeah, this online light novel card. That they made a card out of. So, I imagine this is what this lady in the card says every time she introduces herself. I'm part of the Metropolitan Police Department Community Safety Bureau Cybercrime Division Investigation Unit 11. Asma's name is a single word. That's true. It's not a sentence though, News. This is a proper noun. Or proper noun? That's what it's called, right? 3 times fast? Okay, I will try. Woo. Metropolitan Police Department Community Safety Bureau Cybercrime Division Investigation Unit 11! I don't know if that's 3 times fast, but... Oh, you meant 3 times, like I say it 3 times. I just tried speeding it up. Oops. I'm sorry. But wasn't that more impressive? I said it pretty fast. Metropolitan Police Department Community Safety Bureau Cybercrime Division Investigation Unit 11. Metropolitan Police Department Community Safety Bureau Cybercrime Division Investigation Unit 11. Metropolitan Police Department. I messed up. I can't do a kickflip. I'm not cool enough for that. But anyway, I think that's enough intro of Digimon for tonight. I hope you guys were able to learn a little bit. And potentially gain some interest. There definitely is not a way you can easily try playing it on Tabletop Simulator. Oh right, the video! You're right! I totally forgot. Okay, let's send off. Okay, Digimon card game song. Is submitted by Digimon Card Game, our official Bandai Card Games channel. We're gonna watch it, guys. Are you ready? I'm scared. I don't know what to expect. Gotta make the quality good. Alright, ready? They're not singing! Oh my god. Oh my god. I wonder... I guess you do the security first? I can't believe this is real.
Once your opponent's turn to have fun, use your memory, take a leap to play cards or digifall. Attack with your Digimon partner to check your rival security. Higher DP wins. Stand strong to the end. Security checks can come when you least expect. Digimon card game. Keep fighting till the end because you never know. Weaken and break down your opponent's security stack to zero for the final blow.
We're laughing, but wait till this song gets in your head.
How you use your memory gauges the key. Inherited effects from Digivolution can change your fate. Digimon cards connect the world. Never forget to draw one card when you're Digimon. Figure out the best type of strategy. Reach for the top and glory. Digimon cards connect the world. Never forget your dreams. Digimon card game. Now it's your turn. Will you be number one?
How much did you guys actually glean from that video? Did you glean more from that? Or did you glean more from my stream? Nothing! Actually gleaned quite a bit. That was a very recent Paimon art that they used at the end. Let's see when they uploaded this. 2 years ago. Pretty, I mean... Yeah, that's like 2 years since the game started. I glean I should make more jujitsu use of my Miyagi. No, that's not what I wanted. We don't want you losing Digimon knowledge. So, well, that was fun, right? Right? It was, wasn't it? Well, I learned you're supposed to do the security stack first. Nobody does that in tournaments. Maybe they updated the rules. But in the same way that, like, smacking a hornet's nest is fun. Oh my god. You're so funny. Everyone's so funny. You guys are hilarious. But thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I had a lot of fun, and I very much appreciate the support we had. And I hope that y'all were able to learn a little bit about today's topic, Digimon TCG, and maybe you have gained some interest. If not, I hope you still had fun. The final will be tomorrow. Just kidding, I don't have time for that. So, oh wait, it's Easter tomorrow, isn't it? It was nice to meet you too. It was nice to meet everyone who joined in to say hi. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. Isn't Easter on Sunday? But it's Easter weekend. That's what I mean. It's Easter weekend. Weekend. But, yeah. Oh, it's your birthday tomorrow, Nis? You have a happy AF birthday. You have the best frickin' birthday one could ever imagine. Okay? Is that Easter or Christmas? I always get confused. They say Easter is Jesus' birthday, but then they also say Christmas is the birth of Jesus. So I don't know what the answer is. Like, I don't actually know. If anybody knows, please tell me. I also confusion. Maybe it's Hobbits get second birthdays? Why wasn't I born a hobbit? So rude. The answer is silly. Okay, Koji, I'm ready to hear it. While I look for someone to raid. Someone's playing Pokemon Unite. Yeah, okay, we'll rate the person playing Unite. Looks like they're trying to get masters. Yeah, Unite is, I feel like if you don't care too much about MOBAs before you try playing, it probably won't be too bad. I think a lot of people who are really familiar with MOBAs don't like Unite, but I like it because it's simple. But anyway, you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Hope your weekend's great, and I'll see you on Sunday for just a chill stream. ASMR? Maybe. We'll figure it out as we go. Oh, yeah. I like playing Wigglytuff and Azumarill, and I think those are the two ones I like playing the most. But yeah, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you. Have fun. And, what kind of Digimon raid message should we say? Just say Diggy. Diggy. Or Big Mummy. I don't know. Have a good one. Bye.